Liam Payne is in even more trouble after his ex-fiance came out to expose him on TikTok. She's posted a follow-up video talking about how she would not be BSing any of the claims that she is making online right now. As a result, more and more fans are coming out with their experiences having interacted with Liam, and it's not looking good for him. We're going to get into everything that is being said, so let's spill on what the heck is going on. Liam Payne truly is not escaping all that is coming out about him right now, and it seems things only keep getting worse for him as it's now come out that the release of his second album is being put on hold now. Liam released the first single from his second album titled Teardrops back in March, but it really didn't make much noise, and now it's being reported that the album has been entirely placed on hold, and Liam is reportedly telling people now that he has no idea if it's ever going to be released. It seems his efforts of maybe trying to get in the headlines recently didn't exactly work in his favor to possibly promote this upcoming album because all of this is happening now, and instead his name is in the headline for entirely different reasons, and it's turned into this major scandal for him. The other day, I reported that his ex-fiance came out online to expose him and his behavior during and after their relationship. And something that his ex-fiance, Maya Henry, mentioned is the fact that he talks poorly about his former bandmates of One Direction. So it was just very interesting that she had seen him go to Niall Horan's show recently and cause this whole scene, making it seem like he was reuniting or supporting one of his former One Direction bandmates, when in fact she has said that he talks badly about these former members and feels that it's very strategic for him whenever he is going to support someone who was in One Direction. And maybe he had gone to see Niall in order to create some sort of attention so that this release of his album could actually happen, but it did not work. I'm gonna say that because obviously here we are where the album is being shelved. But his ex-fiance Maya had said that, previously he's done things that are similar, like using seeing the guys from One Direction to his advantage some way, somehow, like when her book was launching, which is said to have been her writing about her experience in a relationship with Liam, that he conveniently went to go support Louis around this time. So the headlines would be about two members of One Direction reuniting instead of Liam's ex-fiance writes a book about him and details her experiences.
But yeah, also talking to your bandmates and then showing up to their concerts, but it's always for your own benefit. It's not even because you actually just want to go support. You want to go stand up there and take the attention away from everyone. And you're standing there, really? Because everyone's going to be videotaping you. And just like you did at Louis' concert the day my book came out, don't even get me started. That's going to be another story time of what happened before my damn book came out and the lengths these people went to.
But like I said, in terms of him maybe creating some buzz around himself so that this album could come out, didn't really seem to work. And instead had his ex-fiance Maya Henry coming out to comment on him and talk about her experience and her story, kind of after seeing him in the headlines and in the press and people talking about him going to Niall's show. And she's actually come out to address some of the backlash that she's received after coming forward about how Liam is as a person and how he's continued to try and reach out to her and her family even after their breakup, despite the fact that he reportedly cheated on her and caused her all of this hurt in their relationship. People had wondered, why she was choosing to come out now, and others were wanting receipts of these disgusting behaviors that she was talking about, to which she wanted to come out in a new video and defend herself for speaking up against him and for writing a book about the experiences.
I am speaking on hurtful things that have happened to me, and it happens to so many other women. It happens to so many women, and this is what y'all aren't understanding, that it's actually women in these comments questioning these things. Oh, well, where's the proof? I need to see proof before, I can believe you. Do you think I would be alleging such things, writing such things, coming from such a heavy legal background? Do you think that that's smart of me? If I used Liam's likeliness to write this story and share experiences, why hasn't he come forward and said anything? Liam Payne, why are you silent? It's that simple. Why are you silent?
This legal background she's referring to is probably the fact that her dad, Thomas, is a high-power lawyer, but she says that she has done interviews before and she has tried to share her story, but things just have gotten covered up, and it really hasn't been until right now that she's being heard to this level.
Why now? Why not when the book came out? I've done interviews. about saying, you know, this is my experience with one person, because everyone wanted to say, oh, it's probably a culmination of, you know, experiences she's had with different men. Really? Are we going to be that delusional into really thinking that? I've done interviews saying that it's about one person and one person only, that being my ex-fiance Liam. And somehow these articles just don't get printed and they just disappear, which is what happens a lot when, you know, in the media and everything. Of course, everything gets covered up for these celebrity men. But, I mean, that's sadly the reality of it. But yeah, I have tried to come out and say that, but now this is another avenue I'm having to take because, I mean, it's just insane to me that this shit gets covered up. Like,
she also said that if she was anyone else, he would probably be threatening some sort of legal action against her, but with her background, she is fortunate enough to be able to fight him on it, and is probably the reason why he hasn't threatened any sort of legal action, because he is aware of her legal background.
if I wasn't fortunate enough to come from a good background, I wouldn't have anything. It would be hard for me to even, he would probably threaten legal action against me to scare me knowing that I don't have anything. That's not the case. Everyone know there is no right and wrong time to speak out about these topics. There is no statute of limitation of when I can speak on these topics. There's just no time limit, because these topics, no matter how much time goes on, these topics and these actions that are committed by these men are unexcusable. No amount of time can heal the things that these men do. I'm sorry, that's just the bottom line, and they need to be held accountable.
She said as she's spoken out, other women have reached out to her with their own experiences, and she's just so disturbed by this man, and says that the proof of it is honestly just too explicit to be put onto the internet.
I've gotten a flood of messages from women, as I said, about their own experiences with Liam, and there is a bunch of information that a lot of women have come forward to give me, and it is so sickening and disturbing that, as I said, to this day, this man is still doing these things to me. And I'm not going to get into it, but I am disgusted at this diabolical behavior. This is beyond disgusting. It is flabbergasting. Never, ever did I think, however many years ago, when I was engaged to this man, that he would turn out to be this disturbing. And I've seen disturbing things being with him. Hence why we're not together, because it is very disturbing. But this is just the icing on the top of the cake, the cherry on top. People saying, post the proof. Actually, a lot of the proof is too freaking explicit to put on TikTok. It's disgusting and disturbing.
In my last video, I talked about how after Maya spoke out, one TikTok user, Ashley, came out with her story of talking to Liam online, saying that this was from his verified account, alleging that he asked her for explicit photos while he was in relationships with other women, and even shortly after the birth of his own child, he was asking for photos. And now more fans have come forward, some on Twitter, sharing their experiences that are very similar, writing, and I was one of them as well, and he messaged me during his relationship with Maya, and just recently while he's with his current girlfriend. I messaged his current girlfriend and sent her the screenshots and everything. He sent me a D pic as well without asking my age. Someone else tweeted, "Here I am DMing him as a fan, completely harmless and just excited he was reading my messages. Before I could even reply, he immediately sent me a nude. He had no idea if I was 18 or not, or if I even consented to speaking to him this way. Disgusting." A screenshot of the message was also attached. Another replied to Ashley's TikTok in the comments writing, "OMG, this happened with a friend as well. For many, many years, they exchanged flirty messages. It started when he was still in One Direction and its peak as on late 2017. Twice a week at least he would reach out, chat a little, ask for pics, send pics back, and always promising to visit her. Never happened. They genuinely kept a conversation going, and it's bizarre looking back at it because how did he manage to always be online and always ready?" The whole thing is just so crazy to think about, and for some to say these things are still happening too. Like, this isn't something he used to do. No, it's being alleged that this is currently still how he's moving and talking to people and talking to fans, and he's in a relationship. It's just a sad day for One Direction fans, that's for sure. But that is what has come out and been said about Liam since Maya has spoken out and what more she had to say in response to some of the things that people have been saying to her. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.